Hey friends, welcome to the Stationery Cafe After Dark episode, specifically for Patreon. For this episode, we have me, Penguins Creative, or April, and Kelly from Kelly Love Letters, and Candy from Taiyakiplans all the way from Japan. Actually, Kelly knows Taiyakiplans better than I do, and that's how we came to know each other because you are essentially Kelly's like dealer from Japan when she wants to get hard to get stationery goods. So we're so excited to have you here with us today. And to start off, Candy, will you let us know what you're drinking today for this special episode?
Yeah, I actually, there's a 7-Eleven on the ground floor of my building. So I went down there this morning to see what I could find. So I have two drinks. The first one is grape lemonade by Limonica. And
Limonica.
Right. I chose this because I think the packaging is really cool, but I'm actually super suspicious of Japanese grape flavors. So just in case this is awful.
Japanese grape.
Oh, it's not good.
You have to get the green one, the really delicious green one. I think that's the one. That's the champagne. No. They have a special
like muscat.
Muscat. Yeah.
Nice.
Are so good.
Is it though? I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of Japanese fruit flavors, they really pay attention to the flavor of the skin as well. So like the apple is really convincingly apple flavored because you can taste the skin in it too. It's not super sweet, but like grape skin is quite bitter. So yeah, I don't have high hopes for that one. So just in case it's awful, I also got summer caramel latte, which I think is the same as a regular caramel latte, but it's wearing sunglasses.
Oh my goodness. And that is why we have Candy here with us today, because she really
weird stuff
knows where to get all the most Japanesey things. I think like when we talk about our love for Japanese stationery, we can't help but also like love the quirky, over packaged, over designed portions of Japanese products. And that is gonna be the overarching theme of today's episode.
And Candy's also got this like shirt that is that notebooks or is it like what's going on? That's incredible.
Wearing my journaling uniform. This is Uniqlo. It's not like nothing special, but
nice.
We should have our own journaling uniform, Kelly. The Stationery Cafe like uniform.
Gang jackets, man, you need it.
The ones with the big lapels.
See, I was imagining like a shirt printed like that with just, Stationery Cafe like little drawings all over it, like little sleep, what do they call that? Pajamas.
Roomwear.
I was thinking of the baseball sort of outfits, the baseball jackets.
Like liniment jackets. You could have like the K and the A. That'd be
exactly.
So
only if we can get some guys to wear some baseball pants, if you know what I'm saying.
And this is also why it's called the After Dark episode. So Kelly, what are you drinking tonight?
So I actually went to Starbucks especially for this special episode, and I got a white mocha with 2 pumps white mocha, 1 pump peppermint, and it's very refreshing.
Was it you that taught me how to add peppermint to my coffee drinks, maybe like outside of the December season?
Yes, because it's always a flavor. People are like, ooh, peppermint mochas. I'm like, they're always a thing year round.
I know, I remember.
You don't get the little crunchy bits on top.
That's true. But I don't know. The peppermint mocha is just something else. I tried to replicate it with the latte, and it just doesn't work as well. And finally, the most boringest drink ever, like one step above water, is April's orange juice, because she literally just came out of a meeting and didn't have time to prepare a cute drink.
But that's cool, it's like your little scotch glass.
I know. I spiced it up by putting it in a fancy glass with some ice.
What's your preferred brand of orange juice?
This is just a Florida orange juice.
Sounds
I like the Florida kind.
Not from concentrate, the fresh one. The taste of Florida, I guess.
So are you pulp or no pulp, April?
I usually am a pulp girl, but Elliot went and bought this for me, so this is a no pulp.
Nice. I'm with Elliot, 100% no
What?
pulp.
You guys have the very similar taste, which
Yeah, we do for certain stuff. That's annoying.
Are you like generally opposed to textures in drinks, Kelly, or is it just that one?
It's generally just the OJ. I just prefer it without
interesting.
the. I don't know. I'm
Where
that
do you
kind of
stand on
girl.
like jelly chunks, like in the?
I'm okay
Starbucks
with the
cup?
jelly chunks,
Then what's wrong with pulp?
but it's like pithy. It's like it's not a good feel.
Okay.
That's fair.
Oh my gosh.
You're allowed to be wrong. That's okay.
Oh, man.
Now, after the drama of the drinks, let's start with a little interview question.
I'm gonna try this.
Yes, let us know what it tastes like. The lemonade
The
grape.
face.
It's quite sour. It's sour and bitter.
Oh,
'Cause it's
so where's
lemonade.
the good part?
Well, they got
Okay, it's fine.
the grape skin bitterness, I guess.
Yeah. It's like they've nailed that like dry feeling that you get after this. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how they do it.
So, Candy, let's start with a little bit about you. Can you tell us who you are to start, I guess, and then like where are you in Japan, and how long have you been into Japanese stationery? Or is that why you're there? Because
it's not actually. It's why I'm still here. Yeah, so I'm Candy. I'm from New Zealand, from Wellington, New Zealand originally, and we moved to Osaka. I moved here with my partner in 2014. So I've been here 7 years now, and I'm in Osaka. We're like kind of right in the middle. So if you've been to Osaka or if you've like researched it all, one of the big landmarks is Osaka Castle or Osaka Castle Park. It's kind of like a mini version of Central Park. It's like the big green space in the center of the city, and I live 1 block away from there. I don't have a view from my window or anything, but I can see the castle from my roof, which is pretty nice.
Nice.
And I got into like I'm one of those people that's like always been into stationery and was always excited at that time of year, like at school. But I didn't really have a decent reason to like start buying it here until 2016. So this is kind of a know yourself question. I was like here for 2 years and seeing the washi tape in the stores and the stickers and thinking like, once I start, like it's over. This is a slippery slope. So once I cannot buy one because I know that like I know myself and I know that that's going to be my life from there on in. So I did manage to restrain myself for 2 years.
That's incredible.
I know. Thank you.
Let's pour one out for 2014, Candy.
No. Missing out, man. But yeah, and then I hosted a student exchange, a homestay thing with one of my students that I was teaching at the time to New Zealand, and I cunningly devised a project for her to start a travel journal in New Zealand. So we needed the supplies, so we went to Daiso with like a $20 budget and just went nuts on like journaling supplies. And then up until from 2016 till last year, I was like 100% 100 yen ho, like just going to Daiso and staring at my candle. Like, you spend $10 and you get 10 things. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's amazing.
The 100 yen stores are just insane. So it was only really last year, partially enabled by the Stationery Cafe actually, that I started to spend more than $1 on things. So I'm really just recently starting to like understand fountain pens and like that maybe Hobonichi is slightly more satisfying to use than like a Daiso journal. So I'm still very like beginner in that area.
It's amazing how just the 100 yen stuff could sustain you in terms of the variety and like the I guess the spectrum of stuff that they carry stationery wise is totally sufficient.
100 yen washi tapes.
Yeah, so you basically just bought out Daiso a few times.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, like April said, like you can you can 100% sustain yourself just by spending $10.
I'm having
and you get the full
Daiso
kit.
withdrawals.
Oh
By
no!
the
I'm
way,
sorry. I'm sorry.
because I haven't taken a Seattle trip in what, like a few months, and I need to go.
I haven't been to a Daiso, Kelly, in like 3 months. That's how long I haven't
Well,
been as well.
I should go, and then we can go together.
Or we can just go to the one in San Francisco.
That's true.
Road
That's true. That's
trip.
gonna be
By the
great.
time this episode comes out, we probably already have been. But
Yes.
so Candy, no wonder, because I just saw on your latest Instagram post, or maybe it was somewhere else, you said you found the cat stationery store in Osaka, the one in
Yes.
Namba.
Yes.
And I'm like, what took you so long? Because I've been there. It's right next to the
really?
it's right next to the NMB48 official shop. That's how I remember it. And it's a stationery store near one of the Eki stations, like filled with stationery and mostly cat themed. I
would
the
die.
name, though. Like, what is the name exactly of the
It's called U Arts, which is like not stationery or cat related
unassuming, right? And then you go in and it's just like all the
it's wild.
all the cats.
Yeah, like I did go there for the first time last year, but I kept walking past it because I just thought it was a cat store. And like I love cats, but I don't need more cat themed things. Like I have a lot, and also a cat. Like I've got. I never took the time to go in, and then I did. And I'm like, they've got a lot of washi, and all of it has cats on it, like all of it. And they've got all of the pottering cat stuff. I'm sorry, can you hear my cat screaming?
Yeah, but she's so cute.
It's a great background sound to this section of the episode. So.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I gotta open the door for her, sorry.
I love it.
Okay, I get it. Been there.
Oh,
cute. Oh.
Hello, and there's the episode. We can end now.
Yeah. All right. Goodbye. Let's pack it up. Let's go home. Oh wait, we are already at home.
Change rooms.
In rooms. I love it. So yeah, Osaka. I'm glad that we can have you here and share like what the experience in Osaka is like, because most people think of Japanese, like in Japan, like the biggest place they would go to is Tokyo first, and then maybe like Kyoto, and then like Osaka-ish, and then the other places. I need to find more people that lives in other areas of Japan to share what it's like.
Yeah, me too.
But I would imagine in Osaka that there would be even more like whimsical things going on, because I think that's kind of the culture, right? Like in Osaka, it's very like extravagant. Lots of comedians are from Osaka, I think, and then they have the food too, like the whole passionate, I think, vibe exudes from Osaka as opposed to Tokyo, which is more oshare, like more fashionable, and they're like trying to be very like stiff and stuffy. And so do you feel that way, like that the things you see around you when you like walk by, I guess, stores and stuff, that it's just kind of all over the place, and like, do you love it?
I do love it, yeah. Osaka is very chill. So like you said, like Tokyo, there's a lot going on and it's super busy, but the people can be a little bit more in their own bubble, sort of, whereas Osaka people are a little bit more open, and they're more likely to talk on the train or talk to you on the train. Ooh. Yeah, I know.
Really? Talk to you?
Crazy, right? Can you imagine? But yeah, so like everyone's just a bit more kind of free and more casual, which is a nice attitude to live in. And it's also like the city center is quite a lot smaller. So in Tokyo, there's heaps going on, but it's all in like different places in Tokyo. But Osaka only has like north and south, and they're like a 10-minute train away from each other. So like, you know, the main stuff. And I can walk into town if I really want to. So that's really cool. Event-wise, we do get less in Tokyo though, sadly. You kind of like Bungu Joshi in Osaka is very, very small. But like the proportion of people is the same. It's still quite busy, but those kind of things you do still have to go to Tokyo. But yeah, Osaka's good for for the shows. And like you say, like comedy, we've got Takarazuka as well, which I think Kelly has spoken about before.
Of what?
Takarazuka.
Have I?
Oh, perhaps not. Maybe I'm misremembering. But that's like it's a show it's a theater in northern Osaka, which is entirely female cast, and they dress as men or they dress as like whatever character.
Ooh,
and they do like traditional Japanese plays, but also like Shakespeare. So there's like Romeo and Juliet,
nice.
and there's like Romeo is this like really handsome woman with like crazy eyebrows, and
I think I've heard of this place, but I don't remember talking about it.
No, it must have been someone else. Must have been my other pen pal.
That is so cool. So speaking of stationery items that you said, although you guys don't get as much events, but I can imagine, you guys still have the same thing, like Loft, Tokyo Hands, all the good stuff. And I think today we want to start off by having you share your top 3 favorite Japanese stationery themes. So kind of like overarching themes. And Kelly and I will also share our favorite as well. So why don't you start with your top 3?
Okay, this was really hard. So the first one I put down, I think is going to be the same for both of you, is the Kisuten Retro
Oh my
Cafe.
gosh, yes, that's my
theme.
I actually didn't say that yet, or
Oh my
in
goodness.
the top 3, yeah. But I agree.
It's so good. And like I'm actually like hard met on the food. I don't really like Kisuten food, but I like looking at it.
The retro cafe theme is what it means, Kitsata. And I love the melon soda. I love like the pancake, and then sometimes they have like some hot food as well, and it's just all so good. And I don't know why it's been trendy for like the past 5 years. Like I feel like it's been trending for so long. Like every season, every brand keeps coming out with the retro cafe theme, and it just like slowly kills me each time to see all the stuff I can't buy.
It just takes a little longer
really
to ship
quick
to you.
April, did you get your hands on a melon soda glass pen?
CY is gonna do his magic and hopefully help me get the the parrot glass from Furukawa Shiko, but we don't know yet because it's not today, it's tomorrow, I think.
Let's send out the good vibes to CY.
Fingers crossed for you.
So that's your first theme, right? The Kitsaten. And the second one?
Yokai.
I knew you were going to say that because I've received some happy mail from Candy that's a few different yokai.
Spooky stuff.
It's so good. I love the umbrella with the eyeball.
It reminds me of Our Real Monsters. Remember that show? She was an umbrella stand kind of looking woman.
Yeah. This sounds familiar.
Yeah.
April's like, no, why are we talking about that?
Anything monster is just not in my childhood, I guess.
Oh man, you missed out.
Yeah.
I like the bunny in the yokai. You know how there's like a no, like in the traditional drawing kind of thing with the frog and there's always a bunny dancing with the frog. That is the only thing I like of it.
Can you see? I might not focus.
Oh,
that's like from the old like manuscripts.
Yes, like the traditional illustration of the yokais, and there's always these animals kind of dancing in like these calligraphic form. That's the only yokai I like feel a little bit accepting of, but everything else is scary. Like the one with the tongue that kind of goes really long. That. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. The with the eyeballs, they're so good.
Oh, what's the one with the kind of the turtle? Like the one that has the thing on its head?
Oh, the kappa.
Kappa, that's the other one that I
like. Yeah, they're wonderful. I yokai is like the perfect intersection of creepy and cute, I think.
Yes.
But my favorite one is one I haven't really seen in stationery yet. There's this one that I saw in like a encyclopedia of yokai, which is a woman with a mouth on the back of her head, like hidden in her hair, and she's like endlessly feeding this mouth that has like this insatiable appetite, and she like seduces men and then eats them through her back of
I love that
mouth.
energy.
I know. But like, it's hard to make it cute, I guess. So she's not really like in a lot of stuff.
They can figure, if anybody can figure that out, it would be Japan in general.
You think so?
Amabie used to be really scary, and they made it really, really cute. And that's one of the yokai as well, which is the monster, right? Like the Japanese monster. But I don't know. I feel like I get really scared of some of the interpretations of it too, like the lady with the long neck too. I think I just like, nah, that's the part of Japanese culture that still scares me to this day, because Japan's really good at doing horror, right? Like all the horror movies, the thrillers and stuff. But thank goodness Japanese stationery at least made some yokai very cute.
And it's controllable as well. It's like it's on your page, it's not in your bathroom.
Oh my goodness.
Not yet.
No. Don't even say that. Oh my goodness. So that's your second one. And your last one, your favorite Japanese stationery theme?
Last one is stationery theme stationery.
Yes.
Stationery.
Of course.
Excellent. So like putting a journal on your journal, or having a stamp that says I like stamps, like that kind of thing is it's my jam.
Or the clear file that says it's my stationery, and then it has a bunch of like washi tape and journal, and I have that.
Exactly. Or like when the brands do like a brand that makes pens makes a tape with their pens on it.
Yes.
Or when a brand that makes tape makes a pen with their tape on it. Oh good.
There's something about it. It's just makes you happy.
Bungo Joshi, for 1 year, I think it was BGM that made a series of washi tape with like bottles of ink with flowers on it, and then there's like pens, and there's scissors, and then there's like other stuff that's like stationery. Here's one of them. This one with the bottles of ink.
Cute.
It was so good. It was a series too that debuted, I think, during Bungo Joshi 2018 maybe. I only have the pen one, and
I have that.
I have the pen one too. I think Candy actually sent me a sample of the pen one too.
So I think there's one with like the scissor, and then another one with washi tape on the washi tape.
Washi. I've got a pencil one as well from that series. It's quite nice. It's like orange pencil, pink flowers. So aesthetic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome. They do get us, because we see those things and we think to ourselves, oh yeah, I can use this in my journal when I buy stationery, I guess.
When I'm journaling about washi tape.
Exactly.
Which of course I never do that. Oh wait.
So there's Candy's top three. First one's Retro Cafe Kitsaten. Second is the yokai, the Japanese monsters, and then the third one is stationery, about stationery. And I kind of already agreed that my top one is Retro Cafe as well, especially the melon soda, especially when they did it in the retro vibe, like the kind of like vinyl graph, the one where like the colors are kind of neon-y, like the neon blue. I'm still hunting down that 100 set of like origami paper and like sticker. I think it must be from Seria that was popular last summer, and it's these neon stickers of the ramune and like all the neon blue, the neon pink. But
I know the exact one you're talking about. I have a lot of it.
I know.
I'll send you samples if I can't find it in a shop.
And the shaved eyes as well, because I keep thinking, oh, maybe that's Daiso. Maybe Daiso will have it soon, and then it turns out it wasn't Daiso. It was Seria or someone else.
Yeah. So I think that was by Amifa, which is one of the brands that makes things for 100 yen stores. So it'll either go to Seria or Kando. Sometimes both, but very rarely does Daiso buy from them, because they mostly make their own stuff.
I see. So that's my kryptonite there, Retro Cafe thing. And everyone knows too, like they see anything melon soda-y, they like tag you. Like at me, forward it to me. And
did you get that the fountain pen cartridge with the soda on it?
Yes,
from
the sailor. CY got it for me. He said he had reserved one for me, and Esther was able to help me snag the penguin one, but the ice cream one was sold out. Like she couldn't get the melon soda one for me either. I know. I want to guess Kelly's. Candy, do you think you can guess Kelly's top stationery theme?
Well, I want to say cats, but I don't know if that falls under the like.
I also was gonna guess cats.
That is, I did put that on my list. Yes.
Yay!
I actually wrote Neko Obvi.
Oh.
Neko. Yeah,
So it is Japanese.
If we say Neko, then it's Japanese, which is Japanese for cats.
Yes. So yeah, you would think that I would get sick of cat themed stationery, but I don't think it's possible for me. Like every single time, it's like the first time I'm like, oh, look at her baby. So yeah, definitely that. Okay, can you guess one of my other ones possibly?
Ooh.
Did you do stationery?
No, but I thought about
But
it.
you should have.
I was thinking like the magic theme, like the anime magic thing, like Sakura Captor style, maybe.
Yeah, although that also should be on there.
Do you know yourself?
One of them, yes. One of them is Japan itself.
Oh, of course.
So Japan themed stationery, I guess. Like I was thinking about the those postcards you can get at Japanese post offices with the red post box with the little characters and just
Halloween ones.
I guess that's
so good.
Yeah, the Halloween ones. I guess that's not specifically Japan themed, but I feel like in Japan you would only find that sort of thing because we don't have stuff like that here. And just like when they have traveling, I guess these two themes kind of fit within themselves because my third one is mascots for everything.
Oh, mascots. Nice.
So I feel like that's kind of with travel campaigns, like when it would be like the equivalent of having a mascot for every state in the United States. Like every prefecture in Japan has a mascot. We should, right?
Yeah.
But instead it's just all terrible. But
Your theme is freedom.
Exactly. Every mascot is an eagle with a hamburger. I don't know.
It was like facepalm.
I know.
But no, when I lived in Chiba Prefecture, there was like when you go into Loft, there's a little section of all the Chiba-kun stuff, and people sometimes ask me like, is that Clifford? Because it looks like Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Oh no.
And I'm like, no, it's Chiba-kun. And they're like, okay,
like,
I don't know what you're saying to me.
Chiba-kun is Shiba?
I don't think he is. I mean,
it's a missed opportunity.
He's a Chiba shaped dog.
Okay. Goodness,
Yeah,
but
cool.
And like
a sharp nose.
Yeah, and like the Travelers Company, when they do their like travel theme Japan washi tape, like all that kind of stuff it really gets me.
Nice.
Have you seen the Travels Company postcards where they do like the ukiyo-e kind of woodblock prints, and then they like insert a traveler's notebook into it?
Yes, I love
so
that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Adorable. So that's 3 themes, right?
I think that was technically Japan and then mascots. I don't know.
What's your favorite mascot?
Right. My favorite mascot, I feel like
choose now. 3, 2, 1.
Oh no. Well, my first I think one of the first things was that really like made me go what was that the Narita Airport has a mascot.
Oh good, little feet.
I was like, what?
Now I need to look it up.
He's the roundest plane you've ever seen. Like not aerodynamic at all. Tiny little feet. You got to see him moving.
Is he the airplane that looks like a penguin? Unari-kun? Or is it different?
I don't think so, but I'm into that as well.
Yeah, it's a very cute bird that looks kind of like a pigeon, I guess, with like the flight. That's really silly.
That was one of the times that because when my mom was a flight attendant, she's retired now, but there's this one time where she was like, hey Kelly, do you want to go to Japan with me? And I was like, okay. And I literally like flew there with her and then flew back like the next day. It was stupid. I don't know why I did it, but just because I could.
Airport food.
Yeah, exactly. And that was the one thing that that's when it was implanted into my mind. I'm like, wow, there is literally a mascot for this airport. What is happening? Where am I? I love this.
My favorite is Suika, the penguin of
of
the
course.
Yamanote
Yes.
line in Tokyo.
Yes. I should have said Suika penguin.
Why is the penguin named Watermelon though?
I know, right?
But it's with a C, not a K. So maybe.
Like it's a sweet card. Something like that. But that's my question as well. But I happen to collect a lot of Suika stationery when I was there and when my friends were there. So that's Kelly's 3 themes, and I want to like complete my 3 as well. My top one was Kitsaten. My second one is not that far away from it. It's wa, like traditional theme wa, everything wa, and I think it goes both way, like traditional, like wagashi, like Japanese desserts theme. Anything with the dango just gets me, or anything with the old taiyaki or like the dorayaki or like the anpang, the red bean buns. Anything that's like Japanese dessert or food gets me. And then also like when they do colors, like how Chachihara did the wa colors, the Japanese traditional color themes. Sailor with their shikiori, like with the whole Japanese colors. And what's that last one that does a lot of it? Like Camille with their color, the little circles, just endless,
like watercolor dot things.
Just endless circles of Japanese colors. They call it like Japanese colors, but it's just like a bunch of different colors. It's all like inspired by traditional Japanese colors or something like that. And then my last theme,
Pilot Iroshizuku.
Oh yeah, Pilot Iroshizuku is probably the first one that I like come in contact with the wa theme, W-A wa. And the last one, I don't know. You guys want to take a guess of my favorite thing?
Penguins?
I was gonna say penguins, but I feel like that can't be it. It must be dang it. No, I don't
Forest
know.
animals? Sorry. I'm glad it sounds cute to you.
It's so cute.
It's actually desserts. Like
general desserts. This is all very tied in together.
It really is, April.
Strawberry shortcakes. I think like Mont Blanc, like chestnut desserts in Japan, like anything. You know how Furukawa Shikos keeps coming out with like the cute parfaits and the Harajuku crepes, the Harajuku crepe cake with a bunch of whipped cream in it. So anything Japanese dessert that comes in like letter sets or stamps or things, like I have them all right there.
Or himekuri.
or himekuri with the sweets theme. The most recent
that's cute.
That's a good week. Cute.
The matsuri. This would have been my fourth choice, the matsuri, which is like the Japanese festival. But I guess all mine are food related. I just love Japanese food so much.
The sweets are especially good.
And moving on into the more extreme, I think I wouldn't call it extreme, but we want to talk about Japanese stuff that is so fundamental Japanese it could be like in a cute way, it could be like a functional way, or be like a non-functional way, or like a chaotic way. Like what is one stationery items that we have of ourselves that is so Japanese it's too much? So which one of you wants to start?
Kelly, you go ahead. I'm still thinking.
Well, I kind of cheated because I technically have 2. But one of them is these. I've talked about these on the podcast before. These Ikemen sticky notes, which is like sticky notes of various
Konbini stuff guy.
Yeah, it is. He's like, thank you.
Green
Come
boy.
again. There was a guy when I lived in Chiba that was like this guy. So And then I have this one is called Korean Boy.
Oh my goodness.
K-pop guy.
K-pop guys.
So
I
it's
love
literally like ikemen is hot guys. So like I love that there's hot guy themed sticky notes and washi tape and just like,
I'm trying to imagine a demographic that uses it, right? Like high school girls, or I guess Kelly, like 30-year-old, almost 30-year-old woman who wants to put in her planner or pass notes to her fellow single friend or something.
I mean,
like that.
he just wants you to have a good day. Okay, that's and so yeah, the style of the sticky note. Well, I guess people that are listening to this are only watching it, but it's like a speech bubble next to the dude, so you can like write in a little encouraging message
To yourself from him.
Exactly.
I love it.
But the other item I have is actually this.
Oh, so good.
Which I haven't used in a while. It's a zippy pencil case that looks like a Game Boy, and it says
Awesome.
"Enjoy game." The more we do, the more we can do. Because all right. I haven't used this in a long time, but I saw it at Tokyo Hands when I lived in Japan, and I was like, I can't walk away from this.
You made the right call.
You know, just these kind of random things that you for sure would never find anywhere else.
Only in
excellent.
Japan. Only in Japan.
Or exported from Japan.
Exactly.
And Candy, what about you? What's something that's so Japanese it's too much for you?
This is one, I'm not sure if you guys have talked about these before. It's an eraser. And it's one of those classic things where it solves a problem that I'm not sure was a problem to begin with. So it's an eraser that contains iron filings, and it's got a magnet on the end. So when you erase and the like pieces of eraser get everywhere, this does not represent a problem to me. Like I just wipe it off.
Sweep it, right?
Yeah.
But I've worked in schools before where the teacher would go around the desks afterwards and like painstakingly pick up the pieces of eraser so that they don't get wiped onto the floor.
That's insane.
Yeah, I don't think that that's a problem that needed to be solved, but apparently it is. Yeah, so you erase and then you pick up the stuff with a magnet, and then the end of it like pops up. So you can then like deposit it into the bin without even having to touch the filings.
Gosh, wow, the future is now.
I know.
in erasers.
And
this is incredible.
It's got a cat on it. So.
It's got a cat on it, of
course. The magnet is a little mouse.
Oh my goodness.
Stop.
I love it.
Hang on. When you pull the thing down, it's this little
port. And
okay.
And the arms come. I love it. It's like functional, but then like retains that crazy Japanese cuteness at the same time. Oh my goodness.
I'm upset about that. See, so one of my kids, when I was teaching, he was super obsessed with this eraser that like you could basically mold the they call it dust, right? The eraser dust. Yeah, into like another eraser basically.
Recycling.
And he was like obsessed with picking them up and putting them back together.
Waste not, want not. That's awesome.
I love that I'm going after Candy because she just talked to us about an eraser that's super functional and cute. And then here I am with an eraser that doesn't serve any special function.
The Mount Fuji.
Except for the fact that you can turn it into a Mount Fuji. That's the Japanese Fuji Mountain Keshigomu. And they come out with like 2 versions. So I bought the special edition from Osaka where you can get the red Mount Fuji and the blue Mount Fuji. So it's just an eraser from Plus, but you can intentionally erase it so it like reveals the white capped mountaintop, the snow capped mountaintop, and that's it. That's just like if you want to see. I
love how obsessed April is with these things because she was like, "Look, so Kelly, I got this version." I'm like, "Why?"
Okay, I have a follow-up question for that though. April, how long have you had that one?
No, I've had this for 1.5 years, and I still have not made Mount Fuji happen yet.
Ooh, cute.
You have the pink
I've got
one.
the pink one.
Oh.
And yeah, I've had this like same as you, like a year and a half, and I cannot get the mountain to show up. It's taking me so long. I'm trying to find things to erase.
I just erase for fun, like, you know, someday I just like rub it against the table, just
God,
trying to make Mount Fuji happen. But
so
then
good.
the fact that it's there, it's like it's just so nice.
Potential.
The potential.
Buy it for the potential.
Oh my God, so good.
Do you ever, when you buy clear stamps, like the Everyday Explorer stamps, do you prime them with an eraser?
Oh no, is that a tip?
Okay.
I've never heard of that before.
On her like backing cards, I think.
Oh, I've never read those.
On like one of the instructions that you get when you first buy, I think. You know, you can either use like an ink that's really tacky to try and make them, you know, hold the ink better because they're quite smooth to begin with, or you can rub an eraser over them to make it a little bit more textured, and then you don't get that like ink pooling the first couple of times that you use it.
Oh my God.
So every pack of clear stamps that I buy, I've been using this to prime them to try and get the snow to show. And still.
Wow. Okay. Tips from Candy that I've never heard in my life. Gotcha.
That's via Christine. That wasn't my original
thought. Right. Sorry.
I love it. What is our favorite Japanese brand? It could be like super general or it could be super specific. And I'm gonna start, but I want you guys to guess. I guess again, like, what's my favorite Japanese brand? It's a planner brand. Wait, that answer's already
You'll be in trouble
out.
if you don't say Midori.
I know, right? That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, is this just a plug for her job?
Didn't even think of that.
Of course, I would.
Hobonichi.
It's got to be Hobonichi, yeah.
It's Hobonichi. I would say Hobonichi is the brand that initiated me into the stationery world back in 2014. Actually, Candy, you said you moved to Osaka in 2014, and that's around the time when I like reignite my passion for stationery, starting with the Hobonichi English planner, actually, surprisingly, the small A6 one in English version. And so it's been my like die-hard brand since then, because the potential to put any other branded stationery stuff into it is just so good. Like all the stationery that I own and I love, either it's like pen or ink or stickers or washi, they all end up in my Hobonichi. And so the Hobonichi is like a carrier of all my stationery goods throughout the past year. So I'm a little bit sad that they'll be moving away from TRP potentially, I guess, after 2022. They haven't said what they're going to move on to, but I hope it would retain the ability for me to continue to like hold other stationery goods. So yeah.
Where do you stand on their like accessories? Like if you had to be just Hobonichi stuff for the rest of your life, do you think you could do it?
No. they have a lot of stuff, but I don't think it's like sufficient to fulfill my needs for other stationery goods. I do like how like whimsical Hobonichi tries to be though. Like they always try to crack a joke or like do something funny, especially like that artist we really like, Kelly, the one that did the little boy. So one year Hobonichi made this tiny sticker sheet of like little, it's kind of like
Shinsuke Yoshitake.
Yeah, Shinsuke, he did the illustrations of these. He made kuri stickers, like the daily, like you can place them in the monthly calendar. And so it's the purpose of that sticker sheet is that for the day that you don't have anything special, you can place one of these stickers. And then the sticker would be like this boy like flying to the moon, or like this girl that like, you know, talked to become a politician. So it's just like super weird little comic strips of the characters doing some insane thing that like you can put on your calendar instead of your boring day or something like that.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, I did this today, no big deal.
Exactly. Exactly. So
I think one of them is singing opera at some theater or something. Like, yeah, you know.
Or run away from a dog or something like that.
The usual.
So I love how Hobonichi tries to do that in their stationery. but some of them are like, I feel like are too far-fetched for me to really like appreciate it on a daily level. But then I need all the other cute stuff, so I can't just live on Hobonichi alone.
Can you imagine only using that like free pen for an entire year?
God.
Oh no, not the jet stream. I don't even use
Whoa,
them
that was a
at
visceral
all.
reaction from both of you.
I like the
No,
Hobonichi
thank you.
planner, the notebook a lot. But yeah, I like the pen they gave us last year though. The brush pen, that one's really good. I've been using
nice,
it a lot.
I'm
I
excited
haven't gotten
this
the
year's
free
pen
gift.
is like mint.
What, you didn't? Oh, because you didn't get
No,
the book.
I never get the right book for it. I haven't gotten it for like the past 2 years.
Oh.
I did get the Karuta cards because I was like in Japan when I bought that year. But okay, I'm gonna say something that's the exact opposite of what April just said.
Oh.
I think I would have to say my favorite brand is Midori.
Oh.
Like,
Honto?
hot take. Honto. Because like when you were just I do love Hobonichi, of course, no doubt about it. But I feel like Midori makes so many things. They're all really good quality. They have all those cute little stickers. They have the Oji-san. They have the Neko. They've got, like, of course, Traveler's Notebook.
Yeah.
And Plotter, although I haven't been indoctrinated into that yet, but I will be very soon. But you know, I just feel like they do a lot, and it makes me happy.
They make fuzens too, and like stationary tools like rulers, and
yes,
and they even cover your fountain pen needs with that really plain fountain pen they came up with. That is really cool. I guess.
Wait,
yeah,
are you talking about?
Yeah,
the
Midori,
that cream one with the metal
cap.
cap?
The cream fountain pen.
Hot take, that pen sucks.
Whoa.
I love
Hot
it.
take.
I've never tried
I
it.
had such high hopes for that pen, and then it showed up. I was like, oh, is this all this is? But like my boss or my manager, she has really nice handwriting, and she wrote with it, and it looked amazing, and she's like, yeah, this is great. I think I just hold pens very strangely.
It's a you problem.
It's got this kind of curved nib going on, and it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't match with me. But anyway, regardless of that pen, I do love the Traveler's Fountain Pen, so there's that.
Yeah,
and that's like the nice like meeting of your two themes as well, of like the travel themed stationery and also Japan themed, because a lot of this stuff is very like Japan specific, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like coins and stuff.
So Candy, what's your favorite Japanese brand?
This is a hard one. I was really torn because like my original stationery experience was all the 100 yen stuff. And there's two really great 100 yen brands. There's Amifa, who does that neon like Matsuri kind of theme stuff. Yes. They do really great collections. They also did this like Magic School collection last year that was just incredible. And then Gaia is another brand that makes those Chokoto seals, you know the ones?
Yes.
Which ones?
So they make really, really great sticker sheets. Chokoto seals.
That sounds familiar to me.
I'm trying to find if I have one.
They make
here.
like.
No.
Hang on.
I'm pretty sure I know this.
These guys.
Oh yes, of course. I love those.
I was about to say the white border.
These are,
the white sticker.
Dope.
So these are great.
Sticker sheets.
But they mostly make stickers. just an album of 100 sheets. But if you have to narrow it down to one that's like you kind of have to live off, I have to choose BGM, I think.
That's a good choice.
Yes.
They're so good because they make amazing tapes. They make excellent stickers, like really, really nice flake seals. And recently they've been really killing it with clear stamps as well.
Yeah, they've really got it all.
So there's like, yeah, they've nailed all of my favorite fields, I think. And I don't know, a lot of the 100 yen stuff, like, it's nice, but it's not like perfect. You know, it doesn't hit the bullseye every time. But I feel like BGM, they really nail it.
Their
stamps are really good.
variety is really like increasing, I think, in the past 2 to 3 years. Like they used to start with just like, I'm thinking like specifically their washi tape. It used to be like blank canvas and then with the items, so you can like cut them as individual stickers. That I remember that used to be what they started out with, and now it's just like amazing foiled gold, but like not in like the very extravagant American Michael's washi tape way, I guess, masking tape way. It still balances like really great illustration with like those little accents. It's just so good. And then I also am like a collector of their sticker flakes. Each time cute
So
things from
nice.
Japan like gets her new stuff in. I know Kelly hates sticker flakes, but she buys them
really
sometimes.
They're such a pain in the ass.
The whole like,
use...
let's try to get this off thing.
I feel you. Like that is frustrating.
But they're so cute though. Yeah.
And
then
those tapes that they do that are like individual stickers, like that's another option. They often release the same design on a tape and on a sticker, and if you buy the tape version, it'll be slightly larger, and you can just kind of cut around it.
Good. Use it that way. Exactly.
Nice.
Awesome. I love all the brands we share. I love all the brands, but like, I know it's a hard choice for us to pick
hard to narrow down
our favorite one. And now the next hard question: what is our favorite Hobonichi cover? Or actually,
for me, that was actually really easy for me.
Oh,
Po. It's Po.
Like, can you look at this fatty boom baddie and tell me that this doesn't make you so happy? But okay, I'm glad everybody knows about the Animal Crossing cover, because that's probably going to be my new favorite. Which a lot of people like in our Discord were like, what? It's not even that cool. I'm like, okay, you guys are wrong, but that's fine. I get it. It's like, because I think, Candy had shared with me, I think it was you that shared the like kind of kawaii style, like Dobutsu no Mori, which is what Animal Crossing is in Japanese. Like earlier in the year when it was super popular, they were coming out with like these cute kind of pastel themes with everybody kind of cartoon style, but the Hobonichi cover looks more like it's in the game, I guess. But anyway, I don't know. I mean, Po, you can't really mess up Po.
I was about to go grab my Po cover because I was thinking it's also up there in my list of favorite Hobonichi covers. But then I remember there's another one that I like even more, and I'm still on the hunt for the A5 size, and it's the green leather, the forest, the one with the beige interior and this luxe green leather cover. Hobonichi released this, I think it's a 2017 one or 18 maybe.
Is that a 5-year?
2019. Oh my god, it's sooner than I thought. This inside is actually another planner. It's not the Hobonichi.
Oh, it's a Fleur Lab.
But this one it feels so good, like a very luxurious like bag item. I thought this was like the best green that they have made.
It's
before.
So pretty.
And I didn't think that it's possible for another green leather to come out, but from what Kelly's been hinting at, I'm just kind of like flustered right now. But yeah, this one is I have it in an A6 size. The only regret is I didn't buy the A5 size when it was out, because then I could have used it with so many of my A5 notebooks, because I do use A5 notebooks a lot. But I'm determined to continue utilizing this, or at least let it be exposed to air, as good leather should, instead of like hoarding it away. So in it is a Fleur planner that I've not touched since like February. So
that's another one that I've been considering for next year, but I feel like I'm on too many things already.
You're on too many things, Kelly. That's for another episode. That's And Candy, how about you? Like, when did you start using Hobonichi? Actually, I forgot. Like, did you have a lot?
This is a problematic question for me. I started using it last year. So last year I had a Weeks, the apple green mega, and that was it. And I think eventually I ended up in a day free as well for like journaling. And then this year I got really hard into it, but
because I saw you have so many covers. That's why I thought.
I know.
That's why I thought. You've been using it for a while.
I'm gonna guess and say Candy's favorite cover is that Candy one.
It's got my name on it, man.
Not that
Candy.
one. The one that literally has candy all over it. Don't you have that one?
Not candy.
Yeah.
It's got the art installation.
Yeah. But you like the candy stripper one.
Yeah. So I don't have it here, but the A5 version of this was my first cover.
Gotcha.
It's by Sebastian Masuda, who is the designer of 6% Doki Doki. Japanese fashion is kind of what brought me to Japan initially. So having this kind of crossover of like cute fashion and the stationery was like up there. But then this year, Candy Stripper. It's got my name on it.
That's right. I mean, yeah, it's really dope.
I don't have a book in there at the moment, but and it's like textured and squishy, and the cats have like bow ties, and they're like embroidered. It's so nice. The only problem with it is because it's so like textured and detailed, I don't really feel I can throw it in a bag. And then what's the point of having all of this texture if you're going to put a clear cover over top of it? That's the tricky part. That makes sense. So it's almost a tie, but I think this one would win. But yeah, I do have quite a lot of covers because last year in like September when the release started, everyone, like it feels like all of Japan started putting all of their old covers on Mercari for like next to nothing, and then just buying a new cover. So I went through the catalog of like, what cover would I like had I been using Hobonichi previously, and I don't think I paid more than $20 for any of them, but
oh my
managed
god,
to get a selection.
I might have to like be on you about that.
That's a good place to be in. Oh my goodness. Actually, I was about to guess the Roy GRI, the pink bird, the blue bird on the pink background. I don't think anyone knows, but I'm always seeing one. Like so nice. I had thought that one would be your favorite because that one's super cute and pink as well. But yeah, too many contenders in this short year.
There's a couple that I thought about Candy when I saw for next year. So I'm just saying. Well. Ooh, there you go. That one's fun. Was that a cousin? No,
that's the A6.
That's A6.
But I think this is Roy GRI as well.
Yeah.
Illustrator, right? But this has got my Animal Crossing journal in it.
Oh, cute.
Cute.
Yeah, I didn't even think of the pink bird. That's another really good one. The colors are like, they're brighter, I think, than most of the other covers.
Exactly. Anyway, so hard to decide, and then also so scared to look at next year's selection to see if any new contenders makes it into our list. So kind of almost towards the end, here's a question. What's your most recent favorite item in your stationery collection? Kelly, why don't you start again? And then
so I do have two things, but the main things are
you always prep two things for the one answer questions.
Wait, where did my other one's actually drawing, but I've really been into Kaweco Sports lately. And actually Candy has this pen too. The green one. I just bought this macchiato one because April was like, hey, I got you this super awesome birthday present of these inks, and the Colorverse Chesapeake Bay is like a perfect match to this pen. And I had an extra fine nib in it and it was not cutting it, so I just switched it with a different one. But I don't know, Kaweco Sports they're easy to bring to work because you can, like, all of us at work, we have like a bunch of these clipped in our pocket, and so we're just all super cute and like
you wear like a little tool belt with stationery items. If not, you should.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe at Oblation. So I've been really enjoying them lately. And the other thing I was just going to mention is Happy Dia Witchy Pals sticker set that I'm still loving. Did
you see she's making new Halloween ones?
Yes, I did. And she's using a new like glossy material, and it's really cute. But anyway, what's Candy's favorite lately?
Well, I just went shopping like 2 days ago, and I got
so jealous.
2 of the new. Sorry. 2 of the new Worldcraft tatemas. They're the vertical.
Are there new ones?
New-ish, I think. These are the like kira
the
metallic
girls, yeah.
The girls.
So this one is illustrations of girls with cats. It's very important. Every single girl
cute.
in a cute
Do
outfit.
I know about that one?
I think we
You do
mentioned
now.
it, Kelly, before when we were talking about the new releases, and we saw the ones just with cats, but then we didn't notice the girls all have cats with them.
Oh, okay,
So
that's
is
perfect.
like
it's
a
perfect.
girl holding 3 cats, and then this looks like a normal fashion shot, and then you see that she's got like a little cat at her feet.
No.
And then another one from this series is kind of dango, but I bought it entirely for this like Shiba's butthole.
Oh my goodness.
That's incredible.
Like head butt of a Shiba, and they've really gone to town on the detail on his bum. And then there's like an ice cream.
Ooh, the ice cream. Oh my god.
It's the sweets run. So tatemas is the one, the vertical washi tapes.
Yeah.
That's a very April roll.
Do I have that roll? Maybe I do, actually. I might have gotten it for the sweets factor, as I told you guys, my favorite theme is sweets. So.
Yeah.
And dango.
And dango, exactly. So my favorite thing is recently I've been obsessed with these long memo notes.
Something Ipyaku. No.
Ipitsusen. One stroke paper is how you translate it directly. Ipijian or ipitsusen. And so basically they're like leather sets. In Japan, some people write kanji like horizontally. Wait, vertically, like top to down,
like tatemas.
And then actually from right to left. So this is like the traditional way if you write. Actually, not just kanji, Japanese too. That's how you can write letters. And so I think this specific size is very like universal in Japan. Like it. So many brands make it in this specific long memo sheet style. And then it's like just for passing notes. Like if you want to send a brief letter to someone, or you're like sending someone a gift and you want to include a nice note, you can utilize these beautifully decorated pieces of paper. And I've just been obsessed with this brand, Kozika products. Oh man. And yeah, this brand collaborated with like Midori Asano, and then this one's Nishi Shuko. So all the really like, I think, natural lifestyle illustrated styles.
And Aiko Fukawa, isn't that another artist?
Yeah, that's another one. I have way too much.
Oh my god.
Many of these. I will never finish using any of them, but they're just adorable. And the one I showed were the 3 new ones I bought.
Gorgeous. Do they have lines printed on, or does it come with lines to trace?
Some comes with lines, some does not. So like, they're mostly kind of free form, and you can use them.
I love that one. Isn't that dogs?
Yeah, the dog. It's that creature.
Hariko Inu.
Hariko Inu, right? Like it's like the mystical creature thing.
So cute.
Traditional ones that you would find, like if you go to like a 7-Eleven, you will see this in the stationery section, like in like the normal layout with the lines to guide you. But the ones I like are all the artistic, like stationery branded ones, where they just do like, sometimes they do seasonal themes too, like when it's cherry blossom season, it's like all flowers, or like, New Year's, all that kind of stuff. But I just love these things. And finally, here's a question: what's an upcoming season in Japan, and what will Japan do with it? I think this is a fun explorative topic again into like the culture of Japan and what we're really anticipating for the second half of the year in terms of Japanese stationery. So, Candy, would you like to start?
Sure. This is hard, but I think that that it could go one of two ways, because like you were saying about the Kisuten and the like retro Japan theme being like super popular, and somehow it's only getting more popular and not going away. I feel like coming into like autumn and winter, Japanese stationery is either going to like really lean hard into that, and we're just going to be seeing like kotatsu and like mandarins and roasted chestnuts on everything.
Yes.
Which, you know, that's a vibe and I like it. Or people are going to get sick of not being able to travel, and they're going to lean into, well, you know, you can bring the world to you, and we'll start to see a bunch of like international things like Christmas in Paris, that kind of thing.
Oh, that's a really good.
I don't think that one's as likely, but I'm kind of hoping for it as well. I don't know. I think both would be cool.
I know, it's
Well,
funny,
and then,
like
you know,
the retro theme was like summer was the retro theme, and then suddenly spring was the retro theme, and then like autumn was the retro theme. The whole year's retro theme.
There's so much potential.
yeah, oh shoot, what was I just gonna say?
Sorry, I cut you off.
No, it's okay. No, it was about no, it's gone.
The travel one? The travel one or the retro
Oh,
one?
no, it was about that Hobonichi cover that just got released, which is kind of, it looks like Paris, but I think it's the Tokyo Tower, isn't it?
Yeah.
In the back.
I think it is Tokyo Tower, but they've gone hard into the like Paris cafe like atmosphere.
Oh, it's a dessert theme one, right? The one where they Hobonichi collaborated with a dessert shop somewhere in Japan, and it's the packaging that looks very Parisian, but it's like Tokyo setting, but the color palette is all very like pastel and Parisian like.
So spoiler alert for you guys, that theme is in every size. And there's accessories too, and I'm like, why did you choose this one? I feel like you could have chosen a better cover to do that with, but it's fine.
I wasn't particularly impressed with that one either.
Yeah, I like the colors too, but I feel like it's not like, I don't know, it's all right.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, that's something like I would buy a pencil board maybe, but probably not a cover.
Me too, especially when the brand name is like inscribed on it, like on the spine and stuff. I just didn't think it was cool enough. It isn't cool enough. And for me, I want to make a bold guess that Japan's gonna catalog full force straight into Christmas, like not even Halloween. Like I feel like right now we're gonna start seeing crazy amounts of holiday stuff. And I think people are so sick of this year. They just want it to be over. And so it's going to be like super gift giving, super snowy scene, appreciation, and like, let's get out of 2021 kind of vibe.
Deja vu. I feel like I've felt this feeling before about a year ago.
See, that's why I'm going so hard into Halloween right now. And I feel like maybe like, how is the yokai thing right now, Candy? Is it trending, or do you think will trend Halloween time?
It should, right? I really feel like it would fit more like into the Halloween season, because it really is a similar kind of tradition, I guess, to the roots of Halloween. You know, is kind of like acknowledging the presence of maybe nefarious spirits and acknowledging them and hoping that they will leave you alone or help you out or whatever. You know, it's got a very similar vibe, but I feel like yokai is a bit more summer matsuri.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
I was just thinking of like the manga that I've read in the past, where it's like, oh, we're gonna go to the beach and have the beach episode, and then at night it's like we go into the cave and like try to find our way to the light or whatever.
I know. I think there's something about like listening to scary or horror stories in Japan during summer, because it brings chill or something. Like it like cools you down, literally.
And you need that. Jeez.
In summer,
I guess. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, Kelly, I feel like Halloween, Japan doesn't do Halloween that well.
Not really.
It's the same every year. Like like the Halloween stuff is at Seria already, and they've just kind of released last year's stickers and a few new origami sheets, and it's really very similar every year. They go very cutesy with it, everything is orange and purple and black, and there's a
Which is
ghost,
great.
and there's a vampire, and there's a black cat.
The
And I'm
black
like,
cat one.
Yeah. Like, it's fine, but it's the same every year, and I'm like, I want the real undead, like really scary stuff. I want Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah.
Like, origami.
Ooh, or Jason. Not my Jason,
Yeah.
but
Oh my gosh,
Spooky
yeah. Japan needs to step up and get away from the cutesy Halloween stationery, really go one
Yeah.
step above, right?
But it's
'Cause-
really a kids thing. It's just like kids parties, so they
Exactly.
don't really try and attract adults, I guess.
Because if
But, like,
Japan
can you
wouldn't
imagine
do
next
it,
time?
who would? Right? Like no one else would do stationery to that level. So we can only
Right.
count on Japan to get there for us. Yeah.
Yeah. What we need is like a Japanese horror movie stationery, like brand or something collaboration.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so on board.
I would be so scared.
Make it happen.
But we did get really cute Rilakuma blind box last year, Kelly.
Oh, that's right. I never got one.
You didn't get one? Oh, I got it for Nita. Oh, sorry, I didn't include you in that one. But I have the Rilakuma with the little witch hat, and it's hanging from my car.
So
even
cute.
right now, like I forgot to switch it out. And so it's
just in time.
The Rilakuma Halloween has been with me for the entire 2020 to 2021, which isn't weird. Like, I mean, it's been scary this whole time.
See, I'm about to switch my my Pusheen to the one with the pumpkin, and I think I'm gonna put our little our little croissant. And I need to. Okay, I still haven't got April. She's given me stuff, and I keep forgetting to give stuff to people to give to her, and I'm terrible. But you'll get your croissant soon.
Yes. We're talking about the Japanese blind box, another great invention of kawaii things we don't need. Like, for example, this little gashapon cat that's
I love that.
Sitting on my desk, just holding a cup of coffee. It's like leaning very hard.
Why is he leaning?
It's not supposed to lean. It kind of fell off, but like, yeah.
Oh,
here he is.
He's so cute.
Another thing I love about Jap, I like. Should we even consider that stationery? Maybe it sits on our desk, so it's
stationery adjacent.
Adjacent.
Sometimes you'll get like clips or like pen holders, that kind of thing.
Like my pen, one of my pen with the Kitsaten theme on it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, this is the sweet sleeve. I love
so
these
cute.
as well. Super useless. Actually, it's a nice clip, but but yeah, these are also very cute. back to trying to make this Mount Fuji. That's the core theme of today. Anyway,
in 10 years, and we'll review the erasers.
We will finally have our Mount Fuji. Anyway, thank you so much for spending this time with us, Candy, with Kelly and I, to talk about kawaii Japanese things. You guys can follow Candy at Taiyakiplans. It's like that dessert, right? Taiyaki. That's why you named it that way.
Yes.
The fish cake thing, fish pancake. If we would translate it directly.
Not made of fish. It's got sweet stuff in it.
It's fish shaped.
Yeah.
Fish shaped pancake. Taiyakiplans, and she has all the. I feel like your feed is just always so vibrant and like pink and neon,
it's so much fun.
So much good things. And as always, you can look forward to another fun special episode here on Patreon at the Stationery Cafe After Dark next month. And we'll see you there. Bye, Candy. Bye, Kelly.
Bye.
Bye.